Hey everyone, it's Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, and I'm going to share with you what sold in the last 48 hours and the terrible items that I've decided to move on from. Weekend, the 15th and the 16th, I had 22 sales for a total of $658.71. My total cost of goods, because I do an average cost, is $210.32. I do everything on averages, which includes my selling costs. Selling costs of $296.42. That is 45%. That includes shipping, handling, eBay fees, and the taxes that I need to push to my savings account. That leaves me with a total profit of $151.97. That may seem low, but as we go through, you'll see some of these items I'm just accepting offers just to move on from them. So these numbers are a little inflated as high, and will get better over time as I transition my business into a more quality over quantity style. So the first item I'm going to show you guys is shoes. Shoes I'm getting out of. We discussed this in one of my other episodes. These are some LL Bean slippers. I got these at a Salvation Army. You can see here they sold for a little bit. Not an item I would pick up again. Next item is this Spyder new with tags. Spyder is an okay brand. I certainly would not be picking this up if I was a newer eBayer. Some of their their core jackets, you'll notice that it's like a heavy, thick weave jacket. Those can do really well. However, this didn't do so hot. Next item is a great brand to be on the lookout for. You can see here it's that symbol, Magpul. Magpul is an awesome brand, but generally you're going to want to look for their jackets, and you're going to want to look for their snap flannels that are a wool blend. This is just a polo. I've had this for over 6 months, and I'm just happy to see it go. Next item here was a pair of Carhartt FR pants. You can see the logo has been removed. I'd gotten a couple of these from a buy sell trade store, and these were like on super clearance. I think I'm like $4 or $5 into these, but you can see they don't sell. You can see my little number there, 449. I'm over 1,000 now. I've had these for a long time, since February, and they just don't sell very well. Carhartt in general for me doesn't do super well unless it's one of those vintage jackets, the chore jackets, or even the sandstone vests do really well. Next item we got here is a Duluth pair of pants. Now I've had these for a little while as well. These did actually pretty good. This is about what you can expect for a used pair of Duluth pants. You can watch other people. I think other people have this fanatical sense of want and attachment to their Duluth. I've sold their shirts, I've sold their jackets, I've sold their pants, I've sold their shorts. Nothing ever, except for their vests, get me anything over $25. So this was a solid sale for this. I would have only paid under $7 for this. I would never pay up for Duluth really anything. Next item is a brand I will no longer be picking up in their polos. Really the only thing I'll be getting with FootJoy is probably their more substantial pieces, some of their collaborations, things like that. This is just your generic FootJoy button-down polo. Sold for what, $15 plus shipping. These move so slow, you get next to nothing anymore. There's just so many good golf brands, and actually this one is an example of a really good golf brand. This is G4. You can see the comp there. This is a small, but it sold for over $35 plus shipping. $970. You can see it, $971. So this sold within a week and a half for damn good money. Here is a brand that This is bread and butter. Patagonia. My last video, I called Patagonia Patagucci. Sometimes I would say most of their outerwear is pretty good. I highly suggest anything Patagonia, you look up. There's a style code underneath the material tag, and you can just Google it. Then go into eBay, search for the style, and see if it's worth anything. This happened to be the Fezman button-up, the Fezman, the step back, and that's really about it. They have some of their fly fishing lines that do really well as well, but most of their shirts aren't going to net you more than 25 bucks. I got pretty fortunate with this. This sold for 13% off of $24.97 plus shipping, and that's a good price point for this. So I'm happy to get that. Just note, on Patagonia shirts like that, you're not wanting to pay over $8. The next item here is an awesome, as you can see, it's Brooks Brothers. Sold the same day I listed it. It's Irish linen, slim fit. Comps are going to tell you I shouldn't get this much for it, but I did really well. And I think the reason for it is it was a kind of a unique colorway that was available. And Brooks Brothers is actually a solid brand. If you look up their stuff, a lot of their stuff is going to be bread and butter for you guys. And for me, that's anywhere between $20 to $25 plus shipping. And if you ever find their Tom Brown line, that is over 30 bucks. Next item. This is American Giant. American Giant is an awesome brand. I highly recommend a new eBayer, or even, obviously experienced eBayers, pick this brand up. Their joggers, this is a women's jogger. If this was a men's, it would have sold for over $30. However, this is a brand that you have to kind of look up the style code. There's no code, actually. You just have to go onto their website. Or you could maybe even Google search based off the materials and figure it out. But hey, it sold for good money. I paid only like $6 for that because the Goodwill called it a sleepwear. Here's another awesome golf brand. This is Loudmouth. This had a Razorbacks little embroidery on it, so it was a college theme. Loudmouth in general, it's slipping a little bit because the quality of the items aren't actually all that great in my honest opinion. But because it's loud, you can see, I mean, my goodness, these pants are crazy. I mean, you're going to be seen on the golf course with these. Let's just be real here. And I mean, they're nice, but they're not on the quality of G4 or Grayson or there's so many other things, like William Murray's way better. But I mean, it sold for good money. And yes, I would highly recommend you pick that up. Next item is a Disney Parks Hawaiian shirt. You can see here it's got like Mickey Mouse in Paradise. This is an item I do not recommend you pick up. If you're a bin seller, you're picking this up every day and twice on Sunday. However, because my average cost of goods are so high, this item sat forever. I remember picking this up, and I picked up another vintage Mickey Mouse shirt that actually sold within a week for over 40 bucks. And I thought, man, maybe this one will do the same. No, it sat and sat and sat. I had to redo the listing and resell, adjust the price, and it sold finally. So you can see I accepted an offer. It's terrible. Moving on. This here is 511 Tactical. This is a bread and butter brand. This is like their combat assault shirt jacket thing. People are going to want this. 511 Tactical is a great brand. There's a lot of people, especially with the crazy political climate we have nowadays, that are buying this brand because you can conceal carry with it. A lot of their clothing has like magazine pockets, things of the sort like that. It's designed for pew-pews because I can't say the G word on YouTube, otherwise I can get a strike. I mean, who cares? Next item, Linksole. Linksole is another golf brand. This brand is tricky. Their pullovers and jackets are great. Their shorts are just at bread and butter for me. You're not getting more than 20 bucks plus shipping. Their pants, these are the Boardwalkers, do well. You can see I got $24.97 plus shipping. Pick these up if you can get them under $10. Oh, and then also on Linked Soul, do not, unless you are a bins buyer or you're able to get the polos and shirts under $5, would not pick them up. Another golf brand. Can you guys see a theme here? Golf is selling. J. Lindbergh shorts. J. Lindbergh, when I first started in eBay, was an amazing brand. These shorts would have sold for $35 plus a couple, 2-3 years ago. Now, it's one of those slowly dying brands. It's like a Travis Matthews or FootJoy, where they're struggling to keep up with the other great brands. But I got a good price point on this, and moving on. Let's see here. This is Pittsburgh Steelers Nike quarter zip. Highly recommend. You see Nike. If you go watch some of my shorts from this weekend, I just got back from doing my big thrift weekend where I go up super early on a Saturday, stay the night, come back late on a Sunday. And I tried to explain to you guys that you have to understand Nike is a great brand. Anything team logoed, look it up, be confident. As long as you're paying under, I would say, $10 for most of their items, you're doing good. Anything NFL related, in terms of like a sweater or like a really nice jogger, shorts, you're picking that up all the time. You can see these sold really well. Moving on. Next item we got here is an Under Armour golf pants. Okay, so there are YouTubers out here right now saying that they're getting over $22 to $26 plus shipping for their Under Armour and Nike golf pants. They may be getting that, but let me tell you something. The average that I'm ever able to get out of these is just at $20. I have no idea what they're doing, how they're doing it. My listings are just as good, if not slightly better than theirs. My pictures are just as good, if not slightly better than theirs. The only way I think that they're getting that is the sizing, which does matter in pants. The bigger, or at least the longer, I've noticed, does a lot better. But, you know, if you can get these under $7, probably at the max, get them, because they do sell. They sell for $20 to $25 plus shipping, and it's good money. Next item here is this Polo Jeans Pearl Snap. It was pretty wild. Polo Jeans, Ralph Lauren, isn't the greatest brand. The only reason I picked this up is it's pretty substantial. Got a lot going on. Wild sales on eBay. This sold for $18 plus shipping. Moving on. Next item here. Frank and Eileen. I am not a women's seller. I have given up on that. So the only time I ever pick it up is if it's mixed in with the men's or if it's on a new rack. If it's on a new rack and I see it, you know, I'm going to grab it because I know just enough to get me in trouble. And I literally mean that. I'll pick up a women's brand thinking it's awesome, and it sits in my store for 2 to 4 months. So, whatever. Frank and Eileen, though, it's a women's casual brand, and it's buttoned like a men's. So you will always find this in the men's section at any thrift store, really. Frank and Eileen is fantastic. This is the Berry Italian Luxe. If you look this up on eBay, you'll see comps upwards of $90. I sold it for $44.97 because it had some distressing that I was not able to confirm if it was manufactured or if it was from the previous owner. So to be on the safe side, I lowered it because I want a good experience, not a bad. Next item is Ralph Lauren. This is an aqua colored 100% linen button down, custom fit. This sold within about a half an hour from me listing it. The aqua color with the pink pony is very, very rare. Not very rare, like to the point where this should have sold for $100. But I did get above average for the average. Shit, I cannot talk. This I got above average from the actual solds. Most people were able to sell this around 25. You can see I got around 30. Pair of cool Splash cargo pants. It's very important with Cool. Still a great brand. It is starting to slip slightly. Please be careful. It's starting to get flooded. It's kind of turning into Prana, or Prana is slowly on a decline. If you get some of the newer stuff of Cool, it'll sell great for a high dollar amount, but just be cautious. Women's Cool sells just as well as men's. I've had this for about a month now. Sold for over $30, and I'm happy with it. We got 2 more items to show off. A pair of G4 pants. You can see here, they didn't sell for as much as they should have. I bought these. They were excellent. They had a small little stain on the hip. However, when I went to go measure them, they have been hemmed. And that is the curse of all things in this world. You could literally be cursed, and having a pair of hemmed pants is worse than being cursed. I thought for sure I was going to get screwed, and these pair of pants were going to sit forever. Fortunately, someone who with the correct length and leg, who wasn't a giant beanstalk, came by and was like, yeah, I want those. So, sold pretty quickly, too. And the last item, FootJoy Athletic Fit Pants. You can see I took a best offer. I had these listed for $35. They sold for $25. So something I noticed was last year I was able to get easily $35 plus shipping for these. This year I've listed about 3 or 4 of them, and they're not getting very many views. So what that's telling me is that this is also something to move on from. I'm not willing to pay up anymore. So if I can get these under $10, I'm getting them under $10. Other than that, I'm not going to pay up for them because you're not getting more than $25. Look at the recent sold comps and you will see the slow decline in average cost, average buy cost for these. They're just, I don't know, FootJoy might be just a straight dead brand. Maybe this time next year, FootJoy isn't selling at all. Now, there are certain circumstances, like I said, under $10, I'd still pick these up. Got to price them right. I overpriced them this year without doing the comps because why would I? And it started to eat me. So this was the first of, I think, 4 pairs that sold. But hey, they did. So it was a great weekend. I can't ask for any better. I moved a lot of old inventory, a lot of stuff that's been sitting. I get the money back for it. It does inflate my cost of goods significantly, as a lot of these items, I'm still averaging the $9.58 now into the cost, and they're only selling for $12. So you guys, tell me what your thoughts. What's your favorite item? Did you have any awesome sales this weekend? Tell me. Like and subscribe, comment below, and until the next time, rule the day.